Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Sarah, also known as LaughLoveLangella, and today we are heading out to a couple of antique malls that aren't too far from me and just seeing what they have out. These are two different trips that I combined in the video, and I figured it would be fun to just kind of window shop around with you guys so that you can see what it is I look for when I'm going to antique malls. So a great item to look for when you are shopping at an antique mall are books. Books are such a great styling item. They work super well, obviously on open shelving, in a bookcase. You can use it on a coffee table to create some layers, and it's just a very organic way of decorating, and you can find some that have a lot of history to them too. So they're always something to look out for. Another are ceramic jugs. There are so many different variants of this. I really love to go for the neutrals so that they work all year round. You can get some nice warm browns as well that will really pop during the fall season. So when it comes to looking at stuff in antique malls, don't be afraid to shop out of season, because sometimes you can find a really good deal on something that you would like to decorate with for the fall or winter, whichever one you're looking for, but you're gonna get a better price when it's out of season. This massive dough bowl was only $65, which was such a good find, especially in comparison to that one I had shared about a month ago from Home Goods. This one was just as large. They had a bunch of really fun little tabletop ones. I actually picked one up myself and I showed it in the spring coffee table styling ideas video. But it's always another piece I love to look out for. It's homemade, it's unique in nature, and no two are gonna be the same. Another item that I love to keep an eye out for when it comes to shopping at an antique mall are baskets. You can find so many different unique ones. There's always a booth that has a bunch of the longer burger baskets. Both my grandma and my mom collected those. But you can actually find baskets at a really good price point too. And there's just something about the quality of them. It tends to be better if they're older. So I did find actually a lot of them were really reasonably priced at this location, which was awesome. But definitely something to keep an eye out for. Instead of doing the usual Target one, get something a little bit more unique. Another item to always keep a lookout for at antique malls are brass candlestick holders. There tends to be a lot of different variations, but you can actually get really lucky sometimes and you'll find pairs, even 3 or 4 of the same kind. And it's kind of fun to do a little hunt around to see which ones match each other if you're looking to do a more curated type of tablescape. You can find some that are a really great price point and they're gonna last you a lot longer than some plastic thing that you'll find somewhere. This booth had an incredible selection of jugs. They had such a variation of colors, sizes, shapes of them. I will say that this booths were about 20 to 30% more expensive than anyone else's, but it was kind of a one-stop shop option to see so many different ones in one set, which is always really helpful, honestly. They were all out of my budget. I'm looking for one that is cream and like under 12 inches, but a little bit wider for the coffee table. And then I would like to find a more moody brown or like a taupe for my kitchen counter. So I have a wish list running. We'll see when I come across something that fits the bill. This shelf was so cool. I I love anything that has a ton of little shelves or drawers with numbers on them. I'm just a sucker for that. But it would be so fun to style with like little Lego guys or Hot Wheels in a kid's room. It would just be super fun. I always love to keep an eye out too for these jugs in like a shorter counter height type of style. This is such a great way to bring in some character and warmth into a kitchen, especially if you have one that's very builder grade like myself. I like to bring in more organic elements to help soften the space. I absolutely loved this wooden jug vase. I totally would have picked it up, but the bottom wasn't flat and so it was rolling everywhere. But I really love the look of the darker brown with some like bright white florals in it. It'll look so beautiful for spring and summer. So this item is definitely on my wish list, just with a flat bottom. So now we are going to be heading out to the depot at Gibson Mill. This is the largest antique mall in the South, and let me tell you, it never disappoints. It does tend to be a little bit pricey, I will say that, but you will find some very, very unique finds here. So I made the trip out with my husband after Easter, and there were still so many different bunny decorations everywhere. I love decorating with bunnies just for spring in general, but I always really love seeing the faux florals that they have too, just because they do tend to be a little bit different. You will find some stragglers of what you can also find at Hobby Lobby here sometimes. These few booths were so full of different real and faux plants. I really loved the pot selection as well. They had that beautiful aged and distressed look, and some of them, there was like a square one, there was one with like a scalloped edge, and I'm regretting not picking them up, so I might be making a trip back soon to go get those. This is that scalloped edge planter that I'm referencing. I love the shape and the color of it. Another thing, when you are at an antique mall, definitely look out for stools. Stools are a great decorating piece. Obviously, they are functional too, but if you have like an empty corner or like a stairway landing that's quite large and want to know how to decorate it, you could do a stool with a vase or a plant on it to help give it a little bit of character. This cabinet was absolutely jaw-dropping. The color of it was amazing, the scale of it was amazing, and I feel like it was really reasonably priced for $1,700 for how big of a piece it was. This is the type of stuff you're gonna find at the depot though. You won't find it anywhere else. So that is going to wrap up today's video, friends. I sure hope that you enjoyed walking around both of these antique malls with me, doing a little bit of window shopping to see what's out there. If you are somebody that likes to thrift and antique shop as well, leave me a comment down below. What are your favorite items that you look out for? As always, thank you guys so much for spending time with me here today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.